Hi friends, today we're going to talk about how we can figure out whether a number is even or odd. So let's take a look at these different pictures. Now, these are all even numbers. So let's take a look at this first one right here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stars. And I know that they're even because if I take a look, each star has a pair, has a partner that goes with it. And there isn't one left over. So 8 is an even number because I have 4 pairs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, 2 are in each pair. So if I count by twos, 2, 4, 6, 8, I get to 8. Over here, I have 6 circles, and we notice that these circles can be paired up. And remember, we want each image, each picture to have a partner. That makes a pair, 2 makes a pair. And when we have each one with a partner, that makes an even number. We don't have one left over. So 6 is an even number. 8 and 6 are even numbers because when we draw out the number with pictures, each one has a pair. Here we have 10, 5, and 5, just like our 10 frame. 10 is an even number. Here's a pair, here's another pair, and if I were to count by twos, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, I would get 10. So if you're counting by twos and you land on that number is even because they will each have a pair. So the number 10 is even. We have the number 4 here. 2 and 2 equals 4. Pair and a pair. So 4 is also an even number. And then we have 2 pairs. Haha, that's funny. 2 is an even number. So 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10 are all even numbers. So when we have a number like 34, when we look at the last number, the last digit in a number, we can tell if it's even or odd. But we just figured out that 4 is even because we can make 2 pairs. This is a pair, this is a pair. So 34 is an even number because it ends in a 4, and we know 4 is even. So odd numbers do not have a pair. Some of them have a pair, but we're left with one extra that doesn't have a pair. So odd numbers don't have one that does not have a pair. So if we take a look at the number 7, we have 7 squares here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have a pair here. We have a pair here. We have a pair here, but we have one left over. This one doesn't have a pair. Okay, so that's an odd number. Okay, if we look at our 3 ice cream cones, right, I can pair up 2 of these ice cream cones together, but then I have one left over. This one doesn't have a partner, doesn't have a pair, so 3 is an odd number because we have one left over. Same thing with 7, right? We had one left over, it's odd. We have one left over, 3 is odd. Let's take a look at 5. Here are 2 frogs. Here are another 2 frogs. But then we're left with one left over. This one doesn't have a pair, so the number 5 is odd. Okay. If we just have one doesn't have a pair, we know that you have to have 2 to have a pair. 1 doesn't have a pair, so the number 1 is odd. Okay. Then we have up here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 is also an odd number, and we can see right here in our picture that if we put the triangles together in pairs, we're going to have one left over. So it really helps that when you have a number, to draw it out using pictures like we've seen here, and then circle your pairs. And if you circle your pairs and you're left with one left over and it doesn't have a pair, that number is odd, right? And just like on the other slide, if it has a pair and there isn't one left over, then it's even. Okay, so any number ending in 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9 is going to be odd. Okay, so if I take the number 23, the last digit in 23 is 3. Okay, and we know that 3 has one left over. There's one pair, but there's one left over that doesn't have a pair, so it's an odd number. The number 23 is an odd number. Okay, so we can tell the difference between an odd and an even number by drawing it out. So if I had the number 13, if I draw out the number 13, let's do circles. 1, 2, oops, little tricky, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I've drawn out my number using pictures. And now I'm going to circle the pairs. So that, remember, pair 2, right? And if we have pairs and none left over, it's an even number. If we have some pairs and we do have one left over that doesn't have a partner, doesn't have a pair, then it's an odd number. So let's see. There's a pair. There's another 2 circles. That's a pair. Another 2 circles is a pair. Another 2 circles is a pair. 2 circles. 2 circles, and we have one left over. So this one right here is one left over, so that means that 13 is an odd number. Okay? If it were 14, if I had the number 14, right, and I had one more circle, whoa, and I created a pair, then here we go, there's the pair. So 14 is an even number because it would have a pair. They each would have a pair, a partner. Okay. So here, just to review, odd numbers end in 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9. That means that when we draw out the number in pictures, we're going to have one left over when we circle the pairs. Even numbers end in 2, 4, 6, 8, or 0. That means when we draw out the number with pictures and we circle the pairs, each one is going to have a partner. There isn't going to be one left over. What you're going to do is you are going to sign into Seesaw. You have a couple of assignments today, so please make sure that you click on the right one. You are going to go to even or odd ? Click add response. Click on your name, and it will bring you to the activity. If you need to view or listen to the instructions, you can click up here if you can't remember. But what you're going to do is you have 3 different pictures. Here's one, here's another, and then here's another. You are going to use the marker pen to circle your pairs and determine if each picture is even or odd. Is it even or odd? So here I have circled each pair. I don't have one left over, so I'm going to circle even. Okay? You can also press record and explain to me why you know that it is even or odd. Okay? You do not need to write the number sentence at this time. I would like you to just focus on telling me whether or not it is even or odd and showing me with your marker by circling the pairs. So don't forget you have 2 other slides that you are going to circle the pairs. Remember, if you have 1 left over, then it's odd. If you do not, then it's even. So make sure you carefully circle. This one's kind of tricky, so carefully circle your pairs. Okay? That's your assignment. Good luck. Nice work today. I'll see you later.